Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao and this is One News Now. The Transportation Department is promising fuel vouchers for about 1.6 million PUV drivers and operators as petroleum prices continue to rise. Modern PUV operators and drivers will have a subsidy of 10,000 pesos, while those with traditional units will be getting 6,500 pesos. Delivery riders will likewise receive 1,200 pesos and tricycle drivers 1,000 pesos worth of fuel vouchers. The Transportation Department is now coordinating with various agencies like the Interior Department for the release of the funds. The upcoming reprieve is on the back of a fresh increase in oil prices, a hefty 4 pesos per liter for diesel, 2 pesos and 75 centavos for kerosene, and 50 centavos per liter for gasoline. Before the price hike took effect at 6 in the morning today, motorists lined up at gas stations to fill up their tanks. Jeepney drivers are especially affected by the series of price increases because they use diesel.
Wala akong budget na pang-full tank kasi kulang na yung kinikita, tumataas ang gas. Talagang lugi kasi malaking nawawala sa kita.
Mataas ang kudo, tapos mayroon pang biyahe, wala naman ganong pasok ngayon. Kunti lang kinikita namin ngayon. Dati kumikita ako ng 1,000, ngayon 500 na lang.
Now, aside from pricier fuel, motorists using the NLEX SLEX connector road will also have to start shelling out for toll fees effective today, Tuesday, August 8. Drivers of Class 1 vehicles like small cars and SUVs will have to shell out 86 pesos for toll fees. On the other hand, for minivans, buses, and other Class 2 vehicles, the fee is at 215 pesos, while Class 3 vehicles like trucks will be charged 302 pesos. Recall that Section 1 of the NLEX SLEX connector road has been operating toll-free since it first opened to the public in late March. That stretch has cut the travel time from Caloocan to España to just 5 minutes from the previous 30 minutes. The second section of the road, which spans España until Santa Mesa in Manila, will open in the last quarter of this year. Let's move on now to other news. China is claiming that the Philippines promised to remove the BRP Sierra Madre from the Ayungin Shoal. The Chinese Foreign Ministry did not elaborate, but maintained that Filipino vessels intruded into their territory during a resupply mission on August 5. That day, the Chinese Coast Guard fired water cannons at a Philippine Coast Guard ship while it escorted Navy vessels. Beijing insisted that the methods used by the CCG to repel the ships were professional, restrained, and beyond reproach. China also slammed the United States after Washington released a statement of support for the Philippines after the incident. They also called Manila's action in the disputed waters as unlawful and provocative. The Chinese Foreign Ministry reiterated that the 2016 arbitral ruling on the South China Sea dispute was staged by the United States. The recent encounter off the Ayungin Shoal has prompted the Marcos administration to send another note verbal to China.
We continue to assert our territorial rights in the face of all of these challenges and consistent with the international law and UNCLOS especially. So that is always been our standard.
And President Bongbong Marcos has given marching orders to new Army Chief Roy Galido, and that is to address emerging threats to national security. In the change of command ceremony on Tuesday, Marcos Jr. told Galido to guide the organization in ending internal threats like the communist insurgency and terrorism. For his part, the new lead army commander vowed to prepare the troops to resolve any armed conflicts that may arise.
We challenge you to lead and boost your institution's engagements with its foreign counterparts. I urge the entirety of our Army to enhance your interoperability and communications, as well as to learn best practices through training and joint exercises, which we intend to further expand.
When the threat is on the land, this is where we come in. And we just have to be prepared. Preparation for possible ground conflict is very important.
Time to take a quick break. One News Now. We'll be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Maintenance work over at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport or NAIA caused another power interruption there earlier today. But authorities said no flights or airport operations were disrupted. The power interruption began at 7 a.m. and lasted until 11 a.m. The electrical shutoff was done to replace defective medium voltage power cables and vacuum circuit breakers in two of the NAIA Terminal 3 substations. Airport authorities say they will announce the schedule of other energization activities that still need to be done in order to avoid passenger confusion during the outages. Moving on to another story, Vice President and Education Secretary Sara Duterte has defended her request for confidential funds. Vice President Duterte is asking for some 150 million pesos from next year's national budget. Speaking to the media on the sidelines of the Brigada Escuela kickoff in Tarlac on Sunday, the VP and DepEd Secretary refused to discuss the breakdown of the additional budget, but insisted that it will go to the Education's department goal of nation building.
Education is intertwined with national security. Napakahalaga na we mold children who are patriotic, children who will love our country and who will defend our country.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other headlines. Former Interior Undersecretary Martin Dino has passed away this morning after battling cancer. The news was confirmed by his daughter, former FDCP, or Film Development Council of the Philippines chairwoman, Liza Dino Seguera. Martin Dino served as DILG Undersecretary during the term of former President Rodrigo Duterte. Before that, he also headed the Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority, or SBMA, and the Volunteers Against Crime and Corruption. Details of Dino's wake have yet to be announced. The Interagency Council for Traffic, or IAC, said repairs on EDSA will be completed as scheduled. The emergency repair started on Friday night and will end Wednesday morning, August 9. According to the IAC, pending road fixes are mostly along the North Avenue section, as asphalt overlays in most portions of the major thoroughfare are already completed. To ease traffic, a stop-and-go scheme is being implemented, while alternate routes like the Mabuhay lanes have been open to motorists as well. The proposed budget for programs dealing with climate change has jumped to 543 billion pesos. The Budget Department explained that more funds are needed to mitigate the effects of severe weather patterns like the El Nino and typhoons that can cause massive floods. The allocation for the Climate Change Initiative is more than 9% of the total proposed national budget for 2024. One News Now will be back at 3:15 p.m. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.